Hello Aquarius, welcome to Monarch Intuition, and today I'm going to be doing your November 2022 mid-monthly check-in reading for you. So if you're new to my channel, what I like to do is I like to pull one major arcana to see the energy and then clarify with a different deck. So what's going on for the sign of Aquarius? What do we need to know for you? One more shuffle in. Okay. We have the World, so a completion of a cycle right here. Okay. So you're wrapping up something within your life. You're moving forward. You can also be moving into like that Fool energy where nothing is happening. You're completely closing out something within your life, right? And then you're going to go into like that blank period where you're kind of bored. You don't really have a lot going on until you go into the next step, which is the Magician. So the World energy is actually really good to have, especially if you're wanting to wrap up cycles of the past with relationships, of things, of jobs, whatever. Wrap up court cases. This represents, closing everything out, being done. It is what it is, moving forward. So I'm going to be using the Revelations Tarot. This deck does have reversals in it. In a way, the World can also represent destruction or finally being over. That's why the cycle is complete. Because when we look at the traditional World card, it has Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus on it, and then an angel in the center. And the whole point of judgment is to destroy the world. And so, God created the world, and he said that he's going to end the world. And so that's where we get the ending cycle of the world itself. That's why we call it closing out cycles. And remember, tarot is heavily based within Catholicism because a Catholic created the major arcana. So we have the Six of Wands in reversed. We have the Ten of Wands in reversed. And the King of Pentacles in reversed. So you have a victory that you won. People don't like it. You won a situation. People are very unhappy about it. People want to fight you over it. But it is what it is. You wrapped up situations, and people don't think you deserved it because you kind of dropped the ball with the Ten of Wands. You said, this is not my burden, this is not my problem. It's kind of like, there's a video online. It's a lizard who's like high on acid, and he says, not my chair, not my problem. And so that's what this is. It's not your chair, not your problem. You dropped the Ten of Wands, and you said, okay, well, I can have victory anyway. And the King of Pentacles represents you have everything, and you're kind of bored with it. You closed out the cycle. You got what you want. People are angry about it. But it is what it is. It's all fair in love and war. But people are wanting to plot on your demise. Because that's what the Six of Wands represents. People thinking that you don't deserve this because you dropped the ball at the Ten of Wands. You said this wasn't your burden, but somehow you came out on top, and you're like, yeah, well, it is what it is. You have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, you still suffered the Three of Swords, though. You're mad that no one wants to celebrate with you. You're mad that you have this victory for yourself, but you can't do anything with it because it feels like wherever you go, people are just upset. You might even be a little bit paranoid, like, yeah, I got this, but do I deserve it? You might have imposter syndrome. That could be the case right there. Maybe you're suffering from imposter syndrome, like, I don't know if I deserve it. I don't know if I should have it. I mean, there are people who probably deserve it more than me. I did drop the ball. Maybe you're even thinking about that for yourself because the Three of Swords doesn't really represent heartbreak. It represents no logical conclusion or no positive logical conclusion because the swords represent intellect. They don't represent the emotions. So it's kind of like, have you ever heard the song, There's a Hole in My Bucket? She's like, he says, there's a hole in my bucket. Dear Liza, there's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, a hole. And she's like, well, fix it. And he goes, I can't fix it. She goes, why? Well, I don't have this to fix it. She goes, well, go and get that and fix the hole. He's like, well, I don't have the thing that will fix that. So it's kind of like this situation where it's a never-ending loop of you're breaking your own heart because you don't see a logical conclusion. And maybe people are telling you the logical conclusion, but you just don't see a positive outcome. Well, the positive outcome is you get the Ace of Pentacles. So, I mean, that is that. Ten of Wands to the Ten of Cups. You dropped the burden. You said, I got what I wanted out of the situation. Peace. Bye with the Six of Swords. That's the message for you. You got what you wanted out of the situation, or you're going to get what you want out of the situation, because the Ten of Wands represents a climax. The Wands represent the male genitals. The Ten of Cups represent the female genitals. So the Ten of Wands is the friction, if you know what I mean, to create the climax with the Ten of Cups. So putting in all this hard work to receive a happy ending. I know that's kind of sexual and stupid, but like that is what it is. So it's kind of like you got what you wanted out of the situation and another person didn't. Or multiple people didn't. But as long as you got what you wanted, you're like, well, you know, it is what it is. Like maybe you're stuttering over your words. Like, I mean, I can't help you. You got the Strength card and you have the Tower card. That's what you're scared of. You're scared of a tower about to happen. You're scared that a tower is going to come to your life. You have the Strength, though. The Strength with the Tower. You could have a sudden epiphany. Or maybe it represents that your tower is actually very, very stern. You know, this could be what it is. I feel like you're bored with the King of Pentacles energy because in a way you feel like the tower is about to happen, but maybe the tower isn't going to happen, Aquarius. Maybe the tower is actually very, very strong. Maybe you're thinking about the worst of an outcome because you do have the Ten of Cups right here. Maybe you're thinking, well, I don't technically deserve this. Maybe I do deserve, you know, negative karma or whatever, but you have the Page of Cups and you have the Seven of Cups. You're looking for a fantasy. You're looking for something that probably doesn't exist and won't happen. If you go out searching for trouble, trouble will find you. Okay? I gave this analogy a long time ago. Let me talk about it. I think I may have even given it to you. But we're going to talk about it anyway. So imagine a devil came up to you and said, I'll give you whatever you want. And you're like, what's the stipulation? He goes, there's no stipulation. I'll give you whatever you want. He's like, there's got to be a catch. You're a devil. Obviously, there's a catch to this. He goes, okay. So there is one little catch. One little catch. I don't want your soul. I don't want anything. But there's a snail. And the snail is going to slither around, right? And wherever the snail is on this world, if it touches you, you die. But you can have everything that you want. And you're like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. So you go and you make the deal. And you know that this snail is going to, you know, kind of slither around and do its own thing. And you're going to do your own thing with all your wealth and riches. Well, you start getting paranoid about the situation. You start getting paranoid about this snail coming to get you. And so you start building yourself, you know, into this tower and you start blocking people out and you start getting really paranoid about things that are never going to happen. And so what you finally decide to do is you say, I'm going to go and build my tower on top of this mountain and no one is ever going to find it because it's like an undiscovered mountain. It's like on top of Mount Everest where no one can live. Well, you go and you build your mountain there and there's the snail. The snail could never leave that mountain. The snail is probably frozen already, but you stepped on it on your way up the mountain. Like, that's what this is like, don't go searching for trouble when there isn't any trouble. Don't allow your emotions to get the best of you by thinking that there is a situation that's going to play out. That's probably not going to play out. It's your own psyche. Eight of Wands to the Two of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles. It's coming in fast. Things will be balanced out and given to you. Because remember, the Six of Pentacles is handing off the Ace of Pentacles. Don't go searching for trouble, though, when there isn't any. Five of Cups coming out with the Eight of Cups and the Death card. Yeah, you're scared about things falling over, so you want to leave with a solid foundation with the Eight of Cups, and if you leave your solid foundation, you go to death. Because you're scared, you're paranoid about, well, I see these 3 cups falling down, I need to take my 2 cups, and I need to go and search for my 2 cups, or I need to take these 2 cups right here to go somewhere else. But here's the thing, you have a solid foundation and your 2 cups are behind you. The Eight of Cups, he's leaving the Eight of Cups to go and find the 2 cups, but the 2 cups are right behind you already. So why do you need to go to find the Eight of Cups when you already have the 2 cups, which makes a perfect 10? You have the 10 of Cups right here. So basically what you're thinking is that, oh, I don't have anything. I need to go and find my 2 cups. And so you walk away from your Eight of Cups, but it was there all along. Your happiness was there. If you go and search for trouble, you'll find death. It's the obvious, you know, fuck around and find out thing. You won. You're good. Don't leave a situation because you get scared. That's just your anxieties playing off. You deserve it. It's fine. 10 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. You just want to go and search for adventure because you're bored with the Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to everything. You're like, I want an adventure. I want to do something fun. I want to look sexy. I want to look beautiful with this Page of Wands energy. I want to go and just, go fight the Five of Wands again. Because remember, the Five of Wands represents a competition where people are fighting each other. And then one of them is the victor with the Six of Wands. And then the Seven of Wands is having to hold back and push back people who want to take your crown. I kind of view that sequence as like the Hunger Games. If you've ever seen the Hunger Games, that's the situation. It's like you're thrown into a competition, you come out on top, and then they want to put you back in the competition again, but you're saying, no, I don't want to do this. So it's like you won the situation. You don't feel like you won the situation. You're bored with it. You're like, the tower is about to hit. I'm going to leave everything that I have because this snail is coming to get me. And the snail doesn't exist. And if the snail does exist, it's all the way at the top of the mountain, at the top of the tower right here. And so you're making a mountain out of a molehill. So you go and search for death instead of just sitting where you are because you're actually bored. You're just looking for excitement. You want to go back and be a Page of Wands and fight the Five of Wands again. That's it. Got the Magician coming out, got the Hanged Man, and you got the Knight of Wands. You have an option right here. You can go and fight a battle that is futile with the Knight of Wands, or you can actually become the Magician right here. You can focus on a craft. You can focus on a high skill set. You can focus on, something that is really tangible and really good for you. Say, for example, I know people who do this a lot. They get bored with the civilian lifestyle after they got out of the military, right? They're like, oh my gosh, I need to go and join the military again. I'm going to go and join a different branch. I'm going to go and join the Guard. And I'm like, but why? And they're like, because I just want to do something. I'm like, well, why don't you go to college, you have a GI Bill, and do whatever you're going to do? Like, no, I want excitement. And then guess what happens? A war breaks out and then, they're deployed. So it is what it is, right? You could go and search for adventure and search for death and search for something, or you can take what you got and build something with it and become a magician. You could go and be a doctor. You could go and be a lawyer. You could go and whatever, okay? That's the King of Swords. Go and get high knowledge. This is your card coming out. The King of Swords is a master of something. He has a lot of knowledge behind him. He is like a doctor. Maybe he's like a organic chemist doctor or a neurosurgeon. Someone with just a specialist with a lot of power with the magician energy. You have the opportunity now that you've won whatever this is, now that you got whatever you're going to get out of it, you're going to get the 10 of Cups, you're bored, you're thinking, I need to just destroy everything so I can have some fun again. No, you need to settle down, sit down, right? Think about it with the Hanged Man. What do you want out of life? Is this fighting the Five of Wands over and over and over going to get you to where you want to be? Like, is your ultimate goal to be, a famous movie star? Well, then fighting the Five of Wands isn't going to get you there. You have the opportunity to do that yourself. Maybe go to acting school. Whatever the situation is, it's solid. It's there. People don't want you to have it, and you kind of don't even want it yourself, but it's for you. So take it, do something with it, expand your knowledge, expand who you are, become a specialist, save the world in a different way. Save the world by, being the first person to invent something that just is life-changing. That's what the Magician with the King of Swords is. Rush to knowledge. See the world from a different perspective, from a different point of view. Chase the Magician. Chase the knowledge of something. Be hungry for knowledge. Here's something. I wanted to actually title this at the beginning of the video, Learn Greek, Learn Latin. You know why people can't do basic chemistry? Because they don't know, Greek and Latin. Like, Fe, I don't really know Greek and Latin, to be honest with you. I know some. But, Fe, people are like, how am I supposed to learn the, periodic table of elements when half of these words don't correspond to the, the abbreviations? Well, Fe is like ferrenium or ferium, whatever. It means iron in Latin, which Fe is iron. So, that's what you need to understand right there. Go and study the roots of something. Maybe you need to study Greek. You need to study Latin. For example, Helios, which was, I believe the god of the sun, something like that. But Helios can be helium or heliosphere. Greek and Latin, our languages derive from that. If you want to be a doctor, you need to know Greek and you need to know Latin terms. Like, I don't remember it's Panthera or Pantera, but like Leo. Leo is actually just means lion, and I believe Greek. Leo Panthera is lion. So people say, oh, well, Greek and Latin, they're dead languages. They're not fucking dead languages. I mean, there's nothing new being added to them, but nothing new needs to be added to them because from Greek and Latin, everything else comes from it. Like, what else is there to add? TikTok? Like, that's kind of fucking useless. That's not the epitome of human achievement right there, right? That's what you need to understand. You need to understand Greek, Latin roots, how it corresponds, build on that, and become a master of something. I know I probably just got a bunch of words wrong, and I know that you're probably sitting there thinking, oh, this tarot reader's stupid as hell, but like, you get the drift, right? So anyway. Nope. Well, I can't really reach all the way down there and get that. I'm like sitting way up here and I'm kind of blocked in with this chair. So hold on. I think that card says nourish and flourish. Let me see if I can get it. It says friend flurry. Friend flurry. Okay, so you have friend flurry at the bottom. I'm not going to get down there because this chair doesn't have wheels and I'm kind of locked into this situation. I need to like move everything around because this is a little bit much for me. So friend flurry, you might have a lot of friends trying to get you to get involved in the action again. Who cares? So you got ground down. You got ground down with your energy. And cosmic blueprint. Focus on the cosmic blueprint. Learn Greek, learn Latin. You'll unlock everything. Like, talked about it before. Pharmakia means, you know, the creation of medicine. It also means sorcery. Where does pharmacy come from? The word pharma, pharmakia, it's Greek. Pharmacology, psycho or psi is a Greek letter which can be used in psychology or psychotropic drugs. And psi was something called the psychomantium, which is where they scribed in a black stone so they could hear from the spirits. You know, if you know Greek and you know Latin, if you at least get a decent thing on it, I kind of wish I knew it. I might study it myself, like, to be honest with you. But things will unlock. So focus on knowledge, okay? When you're bored, focus on that. If you have an opportunity to go to college, you know, maybe take a Greek or a Latin class. Maybe that's what you need to take. Maybe you're sitting there wondering what you should take for your elective. Greek, Latin. You have Toad, Fortune, and Fox, Cunning. If you know it, look, you can be smart about everything because everything else is based off of it. Anything worth knowing comes from that, okay? Like anything in our Western languages that we have. If you speak English, you speak Latin words, Greek words every fucking day, all right? So you might as well use it to your advantage with this fortune and this cunning because at least you'll be able to understand, you know, the sequences that are around you. You'll be able to understand what's going on within, you know, biology, math, law. Like the concept of law is a Greek concept because it combines law with ethics, which is a Greek word ethos. So, I mean, the statue that's outside of the, outside of like the judge's chamber, not judge's chamber, hill, outside of the courtyard, courthouse, whatever, that's a Greek goddess or a Greek belief system. So you have good luck and you have inspiration. Maybe this is what you need to get the inspiration, but it will provide you with good luck. I'm serious. Maybe you just need to know the periodic table of elements and know like the Greek and Latin words behind it. Hey. Graveyard, unnecessary fear, midnight, the most magical hour of all. You are scared of everything right here with this Seven of Cups and this Page of Cups. Don't be. You're scared of a tower moment. It's not going to happen. That's the unnecessary fear. You're scared to ground down and focus on something, but here's the thing. You have a good, solid foundation with the strength. You're scared to ground down because you're like, what if a tower moment happens? I need to, you know, go and throw everything away so that way I can go and chase the Five of Wands energy. But, like, what's the point? So let me get you a couple of rune cards. Sorry, I got a message saying I think Sagittarius uploaded. Yeah. You got Jera, harvest, reward, fruition, maturity, growth, right action, and natural law are the spiritual meanings. Right action, natural law. So yeah, you'll receive a reward, and I feel like you're going to have reward right here. You have Berkana, encourage ideas, aid creative endeavors, nurture a project, and help with family. Okay? Like, here's the thing. A lot of people can become intimidated by other people, right? They see, say, military officers, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's an officer. They're really smart. They have a college degree. Okay, I'm not knocking them. They got a college degree, right? But here's the thing. They have a college degree. You have the opportunity to get a really good degree, a doctorate. You have the chance to expand your knowledge to something much greater right here. You're going to have an opportunity to learn something that is much higher, and you will be the one people cower in fear of. All right? That's what you need to understand, Aquarius, is that something here allows you to be the one that everyone looks to. Now, they're going to think that you don't deserve it, but you do. Okay? So I want you to understand that, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. Something's going to happen at midnight. I wouldn't be too scared of it. It is the most magical hour of all. Maybe that's, maybe you need to say a prayer. What do you need to do on midnight? Ace of Wands, you get a new opportunity at midnight, or you're going to have an idea at midnight. You're going to have some type of epiphany for yourself at midnight. So anyway, Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'll talk to you later. Bye.